Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Ayodele Fande. I'm the team leader at Kaspharyn Solutions, and we are currently doing training on greenhouse farming technology. This is our demo greenhouse. As you can see, a mini demo greenhouse with shade nets, and we have like three type of crops here, just for our training and demonstration purpose. Here we have habanero. This is habanero, has been here uh, for some months, more than 7 months. It has been here and it's still fruiting, as you can see. You can zoom it to see how it's still fruiting. You can see more than 7 months producing. You can see how it is. So very fruiting, and we have tomatoes here. So you can see we've harvested some, and some are still producing. Some are still producing. As you can see, some activities that we carry out on this tomato, we do what we call the suckering. The suckering is a continuous process, and by the time the fruit comes out, before fruiting, we also do what we call pollination, assisted pollination. So we use fruit setting solutions, whereby we spray on the flowers to help in the fruiting. Also, we also do what we call shaking. We shake the plant, and we can also use electric brush to assist pollination, because this is an enclosed environment. So it will not be easy for agent of pollination like bees, butterfly to come around and pollinate. They can fruit without pollination, but when you assist the pollination, it will also help uh, the pollination to help in getting bigger fruit and fruit quality. So there are research that has attested to the fact. So aside that, we do the leafing around the area where we have fruit to the leaf. The leafing will help aeration. It will also help proper ventilation. It will not get too humid, and it also help in the fruit uh, ripening. We have harvested some, and that is what we are having. At a point, they are growing, touching the roof now. We will also do lowering. I think that is the next thing. That will bring them down and retrain them again, so that they can grow uh, upward. So proper the suckering will still continue. The suckering is a continuous process. So you can use your fingertip when they are very young, or when they are older. You need to use cutting tools like pruner or secateur. So you can also use. So this is the habanero. It's still fruiting. And one thing about habanero is they become so bushy. So you can also do some pruning. If it's becoming too bushy, you prune with pruning scissors, a very big one. So when they are becoming too bushy for management, so it's still growing. We only have just think we only have just 3 bags, and you can see how massive it is. Just 3 bags of habanero. You can count how many fruit. You can see the number of fruit they are bringing. So it is massive, so massive. So habanero farming is profitable. Tomato farming is profitable if done well. So, and this is our hydroponic system. Hydroponic system here. This is a type of. We have two type of hydroponics. We have the true hydroponics, the NFT techniques, nutrient film techniques, and we also have the substrate hydroponics. So this is a typical substrate hydroponics. Here we have a strawberry that we are trying to to grow and naturalize. And we started with two seedling, and we'll be able to multiply them. As you can see, they are growing and blossoming. So, and some have started budding. You can see this is the budding, as you can see. And by the time, it's a creeping plant, so it's a creeping plant that spread. And in when it is established, you just need like in 3 months, in 3 to 4 months, they will start producing fruits. And after that, by the end of 5th month or 6th month, it will be ready for harvest, depending on the variety you are considering. It's also a profitable venture once you are able to uh, get a good microclimate like this for them. They can grow. So we can grow this also in Southwest, given the right condition. Here we have our own locally made substrate, a mix of rice husk. We have boucher, and we also have a poultry litter boucher. So we mix everything together here, so to make our substrate. And we also use nutrient solution in feeding this crop. So they are doing well. So they are doing well. Is there any question? I have some of my trainee and mentee here. So do you have any question concerning the tomato, concerning the habanero and the strawberry that we have here?
Yes, I don't have any question. It's very well understood.
Okay. So Stanley,
Yes.
so do you have any question?
Well, I will just I need to ask this question because it's
Okay.
very important.
Okay.
I noticed that why we have this setup here,
Okay.
and looking at it in the greenhouse setup,
Mhm.
there's no access to rainfall.
Okay.
So how do you go about irrigating the farm? Because I
Okay.
know water is needed for
So
such
yeah,
crops.
any greenhouse
Yes.
production, water is very, very important. Greenhouse farming, we don't necessarily need rainfall. To produce crop under greenhouse condition, we don't need rainfall. We need water supply in form of drip irrigation. So this water is supplied via drip irrigation, and it's not only water. So the water and nutrient comes together because this is an hydroponic system. Nutrient is supplied via drip irrigation, and the process of supplying nutrient via drip irrigation is what we call fertigation. So all nutrient that is required by this plant will be supplied via drip irrigation. Everything is mixed inside a tank. There is a tank, elevated tank, that supplied water and nutrient via gravity. And you can see here, this is a drip tape. Drip tape has a fixed emitters. So it could be 30, it could be 40, it could be 50 centimeter. So the dripping point is where we planted the plant, and nutrient and water is gotten simultaneously.
Okay.
So these are drip irrigation. So under greenhouse condition, actually this kind of greenhouse does not allow water to penetrate. So it's very good. Hydroponic system is best practice under greenhouse situation that does not allow water to pass through. Anybody doing hydroponic system outside a greenhouse condition,
Okay.
one thing that happens is that it affects the EC. And when EC is affected, nutrient uptake and other activities will be impacted as well, so negatively. So hydroponic system is best practice under a covered greenhouse condition,
Okay.
not net house.
Not net house.
Not net house. So this is the best where you can get optimum because you are controlling. So assuming you have supply nutrient and rainfall, everything will be affected. pH can also be affected depending on the nature of rain. It can affect the pH, it can affect the EC, electrical conductivity of the EC, because before The nutrients are supplied. The pH is checked and stabilized. There's a particular pH for nutrient solution. There's a particular EC for the nutrient solution. So if all these things is altered, it can impact on the growth and development of the plant. Thank you very
Okay.
much. So any other
Yes.
question?
I would just need to. I still need to ask this because
Okay.
when during the course of the class, you mentioned we have about 3 bags of habaneros there, and it's
Okay.
producing massively.
Yeah.
That means, in the real sense, the yield from here will be more when you talk about doing it in the open field.
Yes.
That is, if I will be asked now, what would be your advice for people like us who are going into this in terms of profitability and yield? Where should we put our investment more? Is it more in the open field, or we should just embrace greenhouse outrightly?
Yeah. Thank you for that question. It's an intelligent one. So starting out as a young entrepreneur, uh, everything depends. I will always advise the best, which is greenhouse farming, is the best. But that does not mean you cannot start. You shouldn't be limited. Starting out, you have to consider your cost, and it's not about how expensive the setup is that will make it profitable. Everything is about proper management and how you started. So if you don't have capacity for galvanized greenhouse, you can start with wooden greenhouse to cut your cost. And with habanero, what you do under a protected structure, the yield will be more than open field, because open
Right.
field, so many things can happen. You can have insect attack, you can have lizard attack, even snail can come and be eating your habanero. So a lot of attack can come, thereby reducing the yield. So, but when you have under even if it's shade net, you can also grow habanero
Okay.
under a shade net condition. You can also grow under greenhouse condition. So the quality won't be the same thing. The quality of open field will not be the same thing with quality of net house. The quality of net house will not be the same thing with quality of greenhouse. So their quality is the same thing. But a young entrepreneur, you don't have to. You can start from open field. Gradually, you can get get a net house, and probably you graduate to greenhouse. So you don't have to be limited in producing. So you can start, just start and start making money. You don't have to wait until you have the whole resources. So you can even try to get the resources one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one, and pull everything together. So and everything will become better.
Thank you so much.
So
Yes.
thank you
Yes.
for
Thank you.
having me.
Yes. Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.